Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines.
President Donald Trump has reiterated his claim that Washington has total control of the Strait of Hormuz and called the U.S. naval blockade a wall of steel. In a social media post, Trump said Iran could do nothing about the blockade, as Tehran and Washington remain at odds over efforts to revive a June interim deal and end the war. The United States and Iran have agreed in principle to extend their 60-day ceasefire under the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding, Pakistani government sources said Wednesday. Both sides have conveyed their consent to mediators, but the duration of the extension has yet to be finalized as Washington and Tehran continue exchanging messages. The ceasefire, brokered through Pakistan's diplomatic efforts, is scheduled to expire on August 17th. Talks toward a broader agreement have remained stalled over security guarantees and freedom of navigation through the Strait of Hormuz. On the other hand, Iran has rejected reports that the 60-day period set by the June interim ceasefire could be extended. An Iranian source told Reuters that there was no talk of an extension, arguing that the United States violated the agreement within 48 hours and withdrew from it days later. Iran's armed forces have warned that energy and power infrastructure could be targeted if the United States launches renewed attacks on Iran. A military spokesperson said that American and non-American systems, power plants, and even global internet-connected infrastructure could be at risk.
Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi has met with Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian in Tehran as Islamabad stepped up efforts to revive its mediation between the United States and Iran. Sources said Naqvi conveyed a special message from the Prime Minister of Pakistan and Field Marshal Asim Munir to the Iranian president. He also briefed Pezeshkian on the Makkah Joint Defense Agreement. The Iranian president stressed Iran's readiness to deepen relations with Pakistan in all areas of mutual interest. Moderate David Crowley has beaten Democratic Socialist Francesca Hong in a tight race for Wisconsin's Democratic gubernatorial primary election, a closely watched vote seen as a key test for the appeal of progressive candidates in the battleground state. According to projections from U.S. media, Milwaukee County Executive Crowley was chosen by Wisconsin Democrats over Hong. Moreover, in Minnesota, former MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell lost the Republican nomination for governor to Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives Lisa DeMuth, despite the vocal backing of Trump. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that Russia will respond in kind if European countries seize Russian merchant vessels. TASS news agency cited Putin as saying that any Russian retaliatory action would not be limited to those waters where Russian ships were seized, but will happen wherever we deem it necessary and appropriate. The US and Yemen's Iran-aligned Houthis have reported separate attacks on shipping as prospects for ending the Iran war appeared to dim. At the southern end of the Red Sea, 4 crew members, including 3 Pakistanis, were killed in an attack by Iran-backed Houthis on a cargo ship in the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Yemen's transport ministry said 2 Yemeni rescuers from an anti-Houthi military group were also killed. The US military, meanwhile, said a US Navy MH-60 helicopter fired 2 Hellfire missiles to disable the steering gear of a Panama-flagged cargo ship. Rescue crews dig through mountains of rubble in western Colombia, shouting for quiet so they could listen for survivors still trapped under the buildings that collapsed in a powerful earthquake estimated to have killed at least 250 people. Separate reports from affected cities put the death toll at 254, with 101 people killed in Pereira and 95 in Cali. Many indigenous communities in the forested Pacific-facing region of Choco, close to the quake epicenter, are still without power or basic services, complicating rescue efforts. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.